implants for about 19 years, since I was about 20. Well, I've tried everything. I've been to several neurologists, and I've been on all of the medications I think that they prescribe, 15, 20 different types, if you include muscle relaxers, daily medicines, and painkillers. And then I've also tried acupuncture, chiropractor. I've been to craniosacrum therapy, cranial facial therapy, the dentist, where she did the shocks and reflex tests, and I wore appliances constantly in my mouth to basically not have my jaw touch for as long as it took for the inflammation in my body to go away. That lasted about 6 months. It helped for like a month, but I think all of it came back once I stopped wearing the appliances all the time. Oh, I've tried dietary restrictions. I'm currently not eating gluten or dairy, and trying to increase supplements that are supposedly good for migraine sufferers, such as riboflavin and magnesium. Well, I did do physical therapy. They had me do physical therapy for my neck and joint. Just normally, day to day, it always hurts just on my face, jaw, neck, shoulders, but once I start getting a migraine, I usually feel it in the ears. Currently, it evolves over time, but currently I could feel the migraine starting here, and then it just takes over my whole head. Pop as many pain pills as I can, and if I waited too long to take the pain medicine, then it's just too late. I have to take something to just knock me out and put me to sleep. Zomig, I have two different types. I have the pill. If I don't take that on time, I have to do the nose spray, otherwise I throw it up. I'm averaging about 15 to 16 a month, and it's an insurance issue because they don't want to pay for that many. A lot of times, if I don't take the Zomig, I'm taking the muscle relaxer at night because the migraine's not hitting me till later at night, so I can just knock myself out and save me a Zomig for the next day. It's just the constant pain. For a long time I had neck pain right here, like at the base of my skull and spine, and then now I have it down on this side. My shoulders hurt, jaw, face, just always I wake up with this pain, and it's always on my mind. I don't really get a break. Some days are better than others. Some days I only feel it a little bit, other days I feel it a lot. It makes it difficult to concentrate. Like if I go to a party or I have to be social a lot in my work, smiling and talking, you get tired, and it just creates such tension, and then sometimes that tension triggers a headache, and it makes it difficult to remember things that people tell me, and that's kind of a hazard in my line of work. So I'm an attorney, so when I have trials and meet with clients and trial prepping, I just take my pain medicine, even though I'm not having a migraine, just because I need to concentrate. I can't not do well. It almost feels like it's me, and I have this wall, and then the rest of the world, and it's like I'm not even a part of the conversation. I'm just smiling and thinking about my pain, and when it's the appropriate time to say, oh yeah, it's just like I'm not a part of the party or the conversation or the room. The jaw, like I've never, for as long since I was a teenager, so I think we added that to be like 25 years ago, I've never been able to really eat big sandwiches or anything that makes my mouth open wide, and it causes pain. Like I'll start chewing if I'm at a party or sitting at a restaurant or just at home wanting to relax. I have to take breaks from eating. And I guess that relates to talking, like just moving it, I have to take breaks. Probably why I like soup more than anything. I really don't like any meat or anything that requires me to chew a lot. I don't even think I thought about it back then. I thought it was a fun, neat trick to show, look how my jaw pops, When I was in high school, I remember showing that to people, and yeah, it's annoying. It also affects quality. I don't know how, you kiss your husband and your jaw's popping, it kind of kills the mood. It stings, so it affects everything. Doing great. I have not had a migraine or a headache in over a month. And I think I've only had 1 or 2 real headaches since this came about, but it was mostly due to weaning off of the medications that I was on. I was on Zomig, and I was taking Zomig pain medicine probably 18 days out of every month on average, sometimes more. But they were very difficult to get from the insurance company, and sometimes I had it in my purse and I would just take it and forget to put it on my calendar. So if I'm really honest, it was probably more like every day. And if I didn't take it at the time when I felt the pain coming on, I would end up throwing up or convulsing until I passed out from the pain. And so I haven't had that at all. But I haven't had to do that. I've been medication free for almost 60 days because I stopped the day I got the orthotic put in. The headaches I've had ever since I was 20, so about 18, almost 19 years. Today I reported 90%. The only reason I didn't do the 10% is because I do so much clenching at night, but I think even that is 1,000 times better than it was 60 days ago. Yeah, I would have a lot of pain at the base of my skull, right here at the top of my spine, constantly, all the time, and that's where I sometimes felt most of my headaches starting from that point, and now I don't feel it anymore. Probably 95. I don't feel anything other than the soreness from the physical therapy that I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, I guess I don't notice it anymore. I would get very tired. I'm already a slow eater, so if I had to take breaks after my jaw getting tired, and it wasn't like a sharp pain or anything, just a dull ache and tiredness in that area, and it would just keep hurting for like an hour or 2 after I ate. I have not had that either. I'd say that's 100%. This morning I told my daughter that I was coming to get braces, and she knows that I'm doing all this mouth work for my headaches, and she looked at me and she was like, "Oh, Mommy, you haven't had a headache in a long time." And I was like, "Oh, you noticed?" And she was like, "Yeah, you've been reading and being with us more at night, and that's something awesome that she noticed that." We have a long bedtime routine where we're basically just together for 2 hours at night. That's pretty much the only time we can be together during the week. So if I'm out with a headache, that means I don't see her that day. The whole family's noticed. Everyone's noticed. My husband has noticed that I'm coming up with more cleaning lists and chore lists. I've been able to. Before this treatment, I wasn't able to do a trial or a hearing without taking pain medicine, and I've been able to go to court and participate in half-day, whole-day trials, go to 3 different court appearances, and that usually was very strenuous for me, but did it with no problem and went home and did my home housework. So it's helped a ton. I had to leave work a lot to just go home and rest. It did. I don't think it affected my work as much as it doubled and tripled my pain, because I was using all my powers of concentration to get through the trial. So it was even more devastating when I went home at night. Basically just collapsed from exhaustion if I could get that medicine to take the pain away. Yeah, it's very hard to believe. Just a little modification, just this little adding half an inch to my bite to make this big of a difference. You remember I was very pessimistic, but I was going to do it anyway. I couldn't fathom that anything this small or anything like this could make such a huge difference, and it did almost within, just like you said, the next couple of days of having it. So that would have been nice to hear, but I probably still wouldn't have believed it. I came here back in 2016 because I was having migraines, and headaches was my biggest concern for probably 20 years. I was having probably 18, 20 a month. So basically every day I was having headaches, and I had tried literally everything over the course of 20 years, and got this referral and said, why not? So originally, when I was in my early 20s, you know, the neurologist immediately put me on medicine. So I was on Imitrex. I had too many side effects, and then I was on various different kinds of antidepressants. None of them were successful. Whatever the standard treatments were for neurologists, I went through probably 2 or 3 different neurologists, had CAT scans, MRIs, physical therapy with 2 or 3 different folks. Then I tried just exercise, diet, gluten-free, a marathon, yoga expert. Then I also tried chiropractic care, deep tissue massage, acupuncture. I think I even got an earring in my ear. Everything, just anything I read on TV. I got one of those headband Cefaly, Botox shots. Pretty much everything that they have out there, I had tried without success. And you know, I went to law school. After law school, I couldn't really even work because I had children, and it made my headaches even worse. I couldn't even see how I could go to work. Before I had kids, I was taking Excedrin every morning, probably 2, 3, 4, more than the bottle says I should have. And at night after work, I would just take NyQuil to pass out because my pain was so bad. And I did that for a lot of years. I'm not 100% sure how my organs are still working. But I did that all through law school. I couldn't do that when I was pregnant, so I slept a lot or just laid a lot. I was pretty much miserable. It's so miserable that you come here and you'll do anything or pay anything, like why not? You know, I'm just not the kind of person to do nothing. And just because that was my only option left. I had tried literally everything. Oh yeah, the night guards, splints. I've tried everything, and so I had the option of doing whatever you said to do or just give up and, you know, apply for disability. I had tried working for 4 years after law school, or 5 years in my own private practice. And I just wanted to work. I just wanted to be with my kids, read them stories. There's just so many things I wanted to do, and my body wouldn't cooperate with me. And so I don't really remember what you said that made sense. Actually, I kind of thought it was a scam. But I did it anyway just because it was either that or do nothing. So well, it just sounded too good to be true. And you know, and all the other treatments I've heard, you know, you start to get hope. At that point, I was just like, this might be a scam. So I just asked a bunch of people. They're like, what else? What other choice do you have? It just made sense at the time. You know, there's a part of me that was like, this is a scam. And then the other part was like, no, maybe what he's saying makes sense. So do this or do nothing. That's kind of where I was at in life. So it was almost immediately, you know, because at that time
I had these adorable little kids and a career that I was trying, that I really liked, and I didn't get to do any of it. It was just passing me by. So I think it was when you put the orthotic in, the tester phase, and immediately I just felt a difference. I remember not having a headache for that time, and then I was on board to do whatever. The symptoms, the constant migraines, vomiting from them, dizzy from them, exhausted from them. We talked about my brain fog. I was just always tired, always in pain, always thinking about the pain. First thing I thought of in the morning. It affected the way I ate, it affected everything, because I was like, oh, I need a soda in the morning, because that helped my headache one time in 1998, you know? And I also had pain all over my neck. I didn't really have mobility in my neck. I had pain when I ate, in my back, difficult to sleep sometimes, probably all the time. It's just all sort of a blur now. Yeah, the headaches are almost completely gone. They're probably more like normal people. So I would say that's 95% improved. The brain fog is completely gone, so that's 100%. The neck pain is all but eliminated. I think anything that I've left is just probably stressors. So I would say that's 95%. Back pain's completely gone, and my jaw pain is completely gone, so that's 100%. I mean, it does sting. You have this condition, this chronic, constant pain that is keeping you from doing all the things you want to do, and it's hopeless. And then you have somebody who comes on a long train of folks that have given you hope, like the infomercials you've seen on TV, and you don't want to spend money on that. You want to spend money on a vacation. You want to spend money on new clothes or food or something fun. But I wouldn't have done anything different, because spending, I mean, I can be with my kids, even my kids after a year of the treatment. I mean, even though I wasn't 100% or 95%, it was probably like 60%. Even my oldest, the first comment she made was, "Oh, Mom, it's really been nice that you could read books with me." Anyways, to have a then, 9-year-old notice that I wasn't sick anymore, it's kind of a big deal. So I wouldn't put a price tag on that, because I got to participate more in their lives, and I'm doing a lot more for them now than I would have been able to do without that. I'm an over planner. So when I come home from work now, we have snacks, we chit chat, I go outside, I do yard work, I do housework, I painted a room, I fixed a window seal. These are things that I never could do before. Watching 20,000 YouTube videos about how to home improvement. Plus work and getting all those things done, waking up early and getting some work done before my kids even wake up. So, I think I'm finally getting to do all the things that I couldn't do for a long time. So.